because it's quite a long session today. Well, a lot to say. Good morning, everybody. Second week of our 12-week new 12-week year. I heard this expression said at last week's training, and I thought, what a good way of putting it. We're going 12 weeks through to the first week of April. And we're recording this because we realize a lot of people are not able to come first thing on a Saturday morning. And I will be making sure that those who aren't here get it and listen to it. Hello, Meryl. Nice to see you. We're just doing a quick recap, Meryl. So last week, the first session of our 12-week year was to set up your back office. So they're going to double check with everybody as well that you have all been in on the computer. Make sure that your avatar or your photo or whatever they call it is set up, and your Near Life website is up and running. And you should have it readily available on your phone to share with people. I have a fancy thing which I shared with Nkanyezi, also known as Star, last evening when we met, where people can just point their camera at the QR code and my website will then appear on their phone. If anybody would like to know about this facility, which somebody I know sells at a monthly rate of about 80 Rand a month, it's a digital kind of business card. And I've used it 2 times this week already, using this new facility. So if you want to know more about that, please let me know. I also asked everybody to please fill in the commit to success form. So in Nkanyezi, you can please, if you can't find it in your kit, it's on the back page of your workbook of the Getting Started book. It needs to be filled in. It needs to be stuck somewhere where you can look at it and read it regularly, because we don't realize half the time when we join Near Life what we are joining. We're joining something that can change your life completely. And the way you do that is to define your why. So this week, okay, so the why obviously is we want to help people. We want to make their lives healthier. Good, excellent. Health is your greatest wealth. But in this series of trainings, we are focusing in on building the business, because we are living in a world here, particularly in South Africa, with chronic unemployment. And a lot of the mindset is also very, very negative and not conducive to building an entrepreneurial world where people can make a difference in their lives and in the lives of others. That is also part of our health. If we can't get that side of our lives healthy, how do we provide for our families? How do we buy the products that we need? How do we achieve the holiday to Mauritius or to
Egypt?
Or what about Paris? Or what about Cape Town even? I mean, what about all these places to go and see? The Camino in Spain is high on Monica's list. Croatia. How about I can go on. We can go on and on and on and on. People have to work out why. If you don't have a why and you are passionate about that why, and young people, they tell me, are wanting lifestyle experiences. So let's also use that as part of the health and wellness and as part of the building of the business. So today we're going straight into 3 core products. Rob, please share the what you call it again? The
Yes.
PowerPoint. It's early for a Saturday for Monica today. Okay, so I just in preparing myself to speak to you this morning, had a little morning chat with my new best friend, called Gemini. I recommend, I don't know if I to recommend anything for you, but the predictions are that Google might be gone in a short while, and we will be best friends with Gemini, or ChatGPT, or whichever one you have chosen to make friends with, because this AI stuff speaks to you as a person. And I feel like being very rude to it sometimes. But anyway, that's another part of the story. Linked into today's training, I would like you please to also make sure that you have got yourself either download it or buy yourself one. It's about 35 Rand. Next time you do an order, any newcomers, they get automatically a Neolife product catalog. So if you're not on Gemini or one of these AI things, it doesn't matter. You've got a catalog. It's all in here. So the training program I'm using, and we will slot in the cleaning products at some other point. The core three main product fundamentals that we are going to look at today, very, very quickly. It's going to be a very quick deep dive and up for more air. Are the Pro Vitality, Treonine, and Neolife Shake. And I really, really want to start, please. Okay, so the first thing is you have to understand cellular nutrition, how products feed the cells, and then from them, your assignment for the week will be start using a core product daily, which I think most of us here this morning are already doing. Um, I will also from next week be sending you on Monday, hopefully, a reminder for you to keep doing a quick checkup from the head up on the tasks required, and then we can hopefully start seeing some results coming through as we start building as if we were new people from the start. And we have one new person with us today, and that's you and Kanyezi. So let's move on, please, Rob, to the second slide. Robert? Rob? Are you there, Rob? Thank you.
Mr.
We're in
Walters.
different rooms. So this is making sure that Rob's concentrating today. All right, we start with training. And if you go to your, I'm literally using the first pages in your product catalog, because the catalog starts with Pro Vitality, and then it moves into the four products that are in the Pro Vitality. So just quickly, I didn't put up for you any of the graphs and things that come with each of the products, but you'll see them in your catalog. So please download the catalog and go and look at these things, learn them, and think about how you can use them when you're trying to explain to people how these products work. So we're talking about something called cellular energy. And the Treonine was the first one that came into existence for the sake of, they discovered in a hospital of all places, California, in the 1950s, that people who were extremely tired became energized again with this little part of the grain concentrate. That is a separate story. You can WhatsApp me if you want me to send you the actual details. It's also online under McAfee. And because he is the doctor who wrote it all down. I must also put the disclaimer in here, please. If anybody is watching this and they are on medical treatment from a medical practitioner, you should always know that we are not doctors. We are providing whole food, no chemicals, human food, nutritional supplements, and we do not make claims. But we do have a couple of proven things that have been done independently of the Neolife company, which are also in your catalog. And so we know that Treonine will immediately increase energy. What is one of the biggest complaints we hear in the world today? People are tired. Now, I'm going to put in here a quick pro tip off the top of my head, suggestion. These are the words you have to learn. If somebody next to you, and I'm just thinking where we were last night in Kanyezi, and there were all those women there working, and they're complaining about being tired. Well, obviously they are tired because it is now nearly 7 o'clock and the shop is closing. But if they're tired, you're going to say to them, they're going to rush up to them and say, I've got 3NN to sell to you. You wait your opportunity, and then you go and you say, Jabu, yesterday I heard you tell me you were tired. If I could show you something, these are the words you've got to learn. If I could show you something which would help you to increase your energy, would you be interested? Then you give Jabu the opportunity to say yes or no, thank you. That is further training, and just a pro tip to listen out all the time. We're not out there banging on people's doors. We're not out there thrusting things in people's faces. We're listening and we're offering them something to help them. So it helps. We've learned that on the research and independent studies done on this product, which is made up of the grain oils from 3 grains, rice, wheat, and soy, that it increases energy. It helps your nutrients to be utilized better into the cell, which then makes you more vital, more energy, and it has been proven to support the development and maintaining of the heart. So it boosts all these things, and there's a lovely little picture here. Rob, please move on to the next one. There where the cell wall becomes more pliable, so your food gets in and the waste gets out. And if you're not getting enough of these grains, which are being processed out of our food in our modern world that we live in, then you lose all that very, very important nutrition. I just put the picture of 6 up because when somebody is starting the business, it is a very good idea to invest the money. It's around about 2,000 for joining, but not if you are buying separately a pack of 6. And so you've got 1 to use and 5 to sell. Next slide, please. There's the picture I was talking to you about a moment ago. So the unhealthy cell, the nutrients can't get in, the waste can't get out. The healthy cell with 3NN, everything gets utilized better, and it's even, we are told, supports the better absorption of your medication if you are on. Move on, please, Rob. Right, so in order to move on into the next part of our 3 course, the next product is called Pro Vitality. The plus has been dropped. We do have other videos on our back office here on YouTube there, where some of these products have been discussed in greater detail, and there are hundreds of them out there on YouTube and other places and on the back office. But so the Pro Vitality is a no-brainer. Cost-wise, if you consider what's in it, it's giving 4 30-day packs. No, that sounds wrong. In every 30-day pack, you're getting 4 supplements. So if you were to buy the Omega, you would buy 30. And if you were to buy the next thing that's in it, carotenoid, you would get 30. If you were buying the 3NN on its own, it would be 30. And if you were buying the multivitamin, it would be 30. So it's 30 packs with 4 capsules in each pack, and it's there for 30 days. So I'm going to run through the 4 with you quickly. And it's important to note, please, that this company is always keeping up to date. The most important thing about these products is that they are all coming from human food. There are no chemicals. And so when it comes to price, people say, oh, expensive. Well, if you think about it, you've got 30 times 4 in this box. Hello, go and do your price comparisons. But what I want to say is that the Omega was one of the most important nutritional gaps that we've got in our lives, especially here in South Africa, but around the world. And the company recently taking note of the anxiety about sustainability has now joined with 2 organizations which guarantee that the fish that is being used in this product is coming from 100% wild caught fish oil. And there are 2 companies that are doing that. And in order to maintain the level of omega-3 in the product, they have now added a fish to the combination. So we have anchovies, mackerel, salmon, sardines, and tuna oil in these capsules. Periodically, they are screened for over 200 contaminants, which means that you've got no heavy metals, you've got no mercury, and all the other problems that come with farmed fish. It is very, very pure and bioavailable. Bioavailable means your body will absorb it. And what gives it its unique thing is that it's got 8 standardized omega-3s. So most of the omegas that people are buying on the market, if they're not rancid, and they've probably got a little bit of mercury in them because they're not taking it all out of the muscle, they're taking it out of everywhere in the fish. But they also ours has got all 8, whereas many of them only have got 2. Please move on, Rob. The second one that we have in our Pro Vitality is a product called Carotenoid Complex. And this little picture I took off last night, it says people with weak immune systems need Neolife Carotenoid Complex to boost their immune systems. What is one of our biggest health issues in the world today is immunity. We're not getting enough fruit and vegetables in our diets. At last week's training, I think they said between 9 and 13 a day, excluding bananas, potatoes, etc. How many of us, even who are distributors, are eating 13 a day? I don't know if any of you in our age group that Rob and I are on, we have blood tests done quite regularly to check our blood status, and very often it'll come up saying that we've got some sort of the word I'm looking for is inflammation. Inflammation is that silent killer. We don't know that we've got it, and it's all over our bodies half the time. We need the omega, and we need to take fruits and vegetables. So in one little capsule, you're going to boost your immune function. It's clinically proven by the USDA researchers to boost immune capacity by 37% in 20 days, which can help strengthen the immune system. Please note, we do not make claims. But this was independent testing. They came to the company and asked to test it. It boosts your antioxidant level. So when you're breathing, you breathe in oxygen, you breathe out whatever it is, you breathe out, CO, whatever. And in the meantime, you are also leaving behind things that cause the rust inside your body. I am a layperson. I only put things into words that I can understand, but I don't want to be rusting inside. I don't want too much rusting on my skin either. And this is what happens if we are not eating those fruits and vegetables. We live in Johannesburg, in one of the most unhealthy areas on the planet with the air quality. We're hearing problems with water all over the world, especially here, all of us. We also, in this area where we are, with all the mines that have left all their contaminants in the water. So we need to find ways to reduce the oxidation in our body. So it's a patented formula. That's important. Nobody else has got it. The unique formula is patented, ensuring that the supplement provides a consistent and effective blend of carotenoids to support immune function. As I just said, it reduces oxidation of cholesterol. By reducing oxidation of cholesterol, the complex helps protect against cardiovascular disease. So your omega helps your blood to keep moving and to keep passing by any little things that are starting to develop within your blood vessels, and then this will stop the oxidation or reduce it. It's whole food based, derived from whole foods like tomatoes, I'm counting them, carrots, spinach, red bell peppers, strawberries, apricots, and peaches. That's 7 fruits and vegetables, most of which you can't get in the middle of winter, by the way. And then it's what offers one of the best solutions to all with weak immune systems. It is great sadness, but also joy that when people, please turn on next one, Rob, get that very terrible thing of cancer. They often will come looking for this. The suggestion is to please keep using it to try and keep these things from appearing too soon. There's what the box looks like, 30 sachets, and you can see the convenience of it. I don't know where any of you live, if you notice that in Kanyezi, you will be seeing this. People are buying themselves a coffee on their way to work. The last time I checked, a coffee is somewhere between 30 and 40 Rand here in Johannesburg. They do talk about, they have done research to show how that 30 to 40 Rand takes a lot of money out of a retirement package one day. But if you think about the Pro Vitality, you're paying full price around about 30 Rand for a sachet, the same price or less than a cup of coffee. A nice selling point. Pro tip, please remember that. All right, the next one we're moving on to, please, Rob, is our Neo Life Shake. Now, if we go through our book, I'm up to now page. We've got the salmon oil, which is obviously called Omega now, Omega 3. They changed the brand slightly, but it hasn't quite caught up, but it's the same thing in the catalog. We come to, I forgot, sorry, to go quickly through the, if you can go just back, Rob, please. We go backwards, back. Oh, that's right, to the Pro Vitality again. So the fourth capsule in the sachet is called a multivitamin and mineral. They've got some, they're calling it the EVV, essential vitamin, EVM, sorry, essential vitamin and mineral. So at the training last week by the company over, which is happening in Durban today and Cape Town, and I know that Susan is going to that in Cape Town. Well done, Susan. There are 23 micronutrients. Now, the South African health authorities, SAPRA, whatever they're called, complained about the Pro Vitality having 3 soft gel capsules and 1 hard. And so the company took this on, and they've now changed the VVM, the essential vitamin and mineral, into a soft capsule, which is very similar to the one we can buy separately called Formula 4 on its own. The Formula 4 Plus is a hard one, but the Formula 4 on its own is a soft capsule. So they've reverted to that, updated it. They've put vitamin K and a couple of other interesting things into it. And that is now also in the Pro Vitality. The vitamin K was mentioned last week as the amount that's in there is not going to cause any harm for anybody who is worried about their hearts. It will be of more support for the general health of the body, but we will look at that in more detail and as we go along and get deeper into products in the near future. All right, so back to our Neo Life Shake. Now, on our list that comes through regularly about products that have run out at the moment, the company is obviously battling a little bit on the international side with getting logistics in. And as our product users increase, obviously the usage is increasing. And I wonder why the chocolate is not available at the moment. Obviously, the chocolate is just too divine. Right, so there are a lot of protein supplements out there. So why would anybody want to use a Neo Life supplement? Why is this one such one of our main high usage products? Well, because it's good. That's all. No more than that. It has all 22 of the amino acids, which is your protein. Many of those are essential because your body can't make them. So you've got to get them in your food. Then once you've got your food in, the body then makes the other. So something like 8 or 9 or so that are essential. And then the other 10, 12, 13 or whatever it is. Note, again, just disclaimer, I'm not a biologist. then the body makes them. But obviously, if you are short of something in your diet, then you're going to be short. But so they give you straight off the whole 22. Okay, so some of the main selling points. It is there are no artificial sweeteners. There's no artificial flavors. I'm reading on page 13 of the book. It's all on the packet, which I've got in front of me as well. No preservatives, gluten-free, no cholesterol, 25 vitamins and minerals, 22 amino acids, and it's lacto-vegetarian. So for vegetarians who take milk, they would love it as well. Okay, so it's got a whole lot of very, very unique Neolife advantages to it. But why would we want to be using a shake? Well, making sure we've got enough protein, and especially for those of us, because for myself and Rob being in the older category, we need to keep our muscles strong, so we need to have lots and lots of protein for that. But what are some of the biggest problems we've got in our world today? Cancer, diabetes, heart disease, etc., etc. So, and especially diabetes. So this was developed originally for controlling the glycemic response, which supports normal blood sugar levels. Anybody with type 1 and type 2 diabetes, but especially in this context, type 2, you can reverse a lot of it, but you've got to have lots of protein to do that. You've got to get rid of the carbohydrates, reduce them considerably. You still need a few, and get rid of that craving for sweetness that people have. And you do this with a wonderful thing like Neolife Shake. So it controls the glycemic response. It includes muscle-retaining BCAAs, branched chain amino acids, and it promotes gut-brain satiety, or however you say that word, makes you feel full because it contains a certain amount of fiber as well. Just looking at it here, 5 grams of fiber per serving. So we need especially I would be looking at this for people with diabetes. The suggestion is 2 scoops a day, but that can be heavy on the budget for people. We are sharing 2 scoops between us here. So we're each getting 1 scoop a day. People need to do what they need to do. All right. So the healthy solutions for everybody and every budget. So if people haven't yet acquired enough finances to buy the whole Pro Vitality as well as the Neolife Shake, then they need to be, excuse me while I just clear my throat, starting with the Treonine. That's the advice we give. And then if once you've got onto the Treonine, you can build up from there into the Neolife Omega-3, which is available in 90s and 60s. And then you could then add on a carotenoid complex, which is available also in 90s and 60s to meet different people's budgets. And then there is also, you can buy, it's not quite the same as the one that's in the Pro Vitality, but there is a multivitamin and mineral available. Rob, you can close down the PowerPoint now. I don't think there's any more there that I put on. All right, please give me something in the chat. Are there any questions? Was that useful? What can we add to that? Because we have got 8 minutes left, which is great, and we can ask any questions, and we can move on and see where everybody is up to at this stage. Or you can please write a response for me in the chat. Okay, Monica will keep talking.
Sorry, Monica, 7 minutes.
Yes.
What was said last week about that vitamin K? What does it do?
Rob, you've caught me short. I need to do some bit more research on the K. So we'll get to that. Thank you, though, for reminding me. And I will put that up on the group for you. So at the company event And please, people, please attend any trainings that you see online. Our wonderful dietitian, her name's gone straight out of my head. She did excellent presentation. So when you see them, and they're on the back office as well, but I will double check on that. I focused in this morning especially onto diabetes, but I forgot to mention, there's a lot of weight loss things going on out there. And some of them are more controversial than others, and I am not in any way equipped to make any comments on them. People must do what they have to do. But we tend to forget that this is also a weight loss solution. And in the USA, they do, Neolife does lots of promotions and prizes for people doing the weight loss program. I know someone who is spending 3,000 Rand a month on one particular product out there for losing weight. And that's how desperate the person feels. And there's their choice. Everybody's got their choices. But I'm just thinking, you know what? People are prepared to spend 3,000 Rand on a pill. Why not spend 3,000 Rand on a Neolife option? So we need to target people who are worried and can afford that for that sort of solution. It works. It does work. However, it requires discipline, and it requires a lot of change of habit. And for that, it's worth talking to Bobby Hammond, who is on our team. He would be willing to discuss anything along those lines with people. And also, if you know anybody who is looking for health coaching, he is now setting himself up as a health coach, especially for sports people on the business side. And Kanyezi, have you got any questions?
No, no questions at all. No questions at all, madam.
Are you sure? Are you sure? All right.
Definitely.
So I'll send you more information, especially on the Tree NN. It's a very, very good product to start with, and to get people around you using it, because it just gives this kick. Meryl, any questions from you?
No, no problem. I will be definitely waiting for you.
Thanks, Nkanyezi. Thank you. Hermine, I will keep in touch with you. This morning.
Nothing from me, sorry.
Thanks, Meryl. Everything all right in Ladysmith?
All good, nice and cloudy.
Oh, good. And Hermine, I'm going to try and put those captions up today. I've downloaded an app for putting captions onto videos. So if anybody has any other suggestions to help with that, please let me know, especially for people who are listening to the video. We need help on the technical side. Okay, now, final message, please. This is very, very important, especially for you in Nkanyezi, and I will be in touch with any of the new people. This coming Monday night at 7:30, Rory and Nola are doing a special training on the Fast Start incentive. So for the company is adding 1,000, it comes to about 1,000 Rand, whatever, if people do the requirements. And then Rory and Nola are doubling the money. So in Nkanyezi, please, 7:30 Monday, you must be on that call with Zoom. And if you can get anybody with you, that's fantastic. Meryl, your lady that you were talking to before Christmas, might be worth following up with her. And Hermine, we're watching with great interest I'm super excited about your washing powder idea. I'm blown away by it. I shared that idea of yours at my BNI meeting this week and got an immediate response. So please share your ideas with us. We really appreciate it. All right, so without much more ado, have a wonderful Saturday. It's also cloudy here in Joburg, and it's a nice gardening day, a nice catching up day, a nice day to actually hunker down and do nothing. All right, have a good day, everyone. Take care. Bye.
Bye.